Good morning from the darkness. I'm going out into the light, so you can at least see something. Yes, here he comes out of the darkness. He sets off again with his walking stick on day 35 of the Camino. The last day. The last day. And I am faced with a decision. The pillar on the right points to Muxia. The pillar on the left to Fisterra. And I decided to go left already some time ago. I'll go in the other direction the next time I'm on the Camino. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I haven't slept. Well, I did sleep, but it was very, very exciting, although I was not alone. I mean, I was alone, so I... It sounds contradictory. My dreams kept me awake. I had an incredible number of thoughts and images in my head again, which kept waking me up from time to time. And yet I'm motivated, but I still don't know how I'll feel when I reach my destination. The end of the world is coming up today. I'm going to walk to the albergue, put my rucksack down, and then it's another 4 or 5 kilometers to the Faro lighthouse. I'll trudge there on foot with just a walking stick and report back from there at the latest, provided the batteries last. Yesterday all the batteries were empty. I've never had that on the Camino before. All the batteries were empty and I had to make sure I could recharge everything. Yes, I'm reporting back from the pilgrimage, as always, like every day. Today on the last day. See you later.
Bis später. Es scheint, als wollte dieser Weg dann einen doch nochmal mit seinen inneren Ängsten konfrontieren.
And it seems as if this path wants to confront you with your inner fears again. There's just a monster in the way, but you know, you can just answer with her. And move on.
Und weitergehen.
Look, there's the lighthouse. Day 35 on the Camino. Last day. I'm going to the end of the world today, and I already have a rough idea where it is. Yesterday I was really late at the albergue, and then I was told straight away, put your things down and come with me. Into the car. The lady of the house drove us to the restaurant. We got our food and then back into the car. Quickly picked up a stamp, then paid for the hostel, and then It was time to charge my batteries. I didn't take a shower until 9:45 p.m. Everyone was already asleep, and I quietly went to bed and woke up at around 5 a.m., packed everything and set off into the dark.
Zusammengepackt und in der Dunkelheit aufgebrochen. Ich bin am Meer angekommen.
I have arrived at the sea. The view is overwhelming. It's a completely different view to the last few weeks, to be honest.
Wow.
I've now left these little villages by the water behind me and I'm heading back into the forest. And I still have a decision to make. Today is the day of decisions. So I'm following the tradition of leaving something behind that is dear to you. You leave it behind to be burned. And my thoughts have gone back and forth from old socks to, I don't know, shoelaces, maybe my walking stick. What do you think? Maybe my walking stick that's been with me all this time? Should I leave it behind? I'm not sure yet.
Soll ich den in Fisterra zurücklassen? Ich bin mir noch nicht sicher. Camino.
Sometimes the errors aren't so easy to see. But most of the time, I was actually right on this path.
Das ist schön, nice, ne? Ich sehe das Meer.
It's beautiful. I can see the sea. As you know, I hardly prepared for this trip for reasons, so I knew nothing about Fisterra. But when I saw the town at the end of the world, the friendly man from Baden-Württemberg, whom I met several times before, was suddenly standing next to me. Hey Sebastian, do you know what you have to do? You know what? Well, every pilgrim traditionally looks for a scallop shell on this beach here. Then on the beach on the other side, you sacrifice something that means a lot to you. And he told me a lot more. Then we parted ways. Unfortunately, well, I never saw him again. But he shows me again the Camino provides. I realized that now.
Fisterra. Noch nicht ganz. Geht's hier über diesen Strand?
Well, not yet complete, but on this beach you are supposed to find the original scallops. And then there's another beach. There you can jump into the sea and let yourself be washed clean of your sins, maybe. And then you go to the lighthouse. But first we got to go to the albergue and eat something tasty and a salad or something, and I haven't had a coffee today. I had no coffee yet. I haven't had a coffee yet today. I have not had a coffee. I need a damn, I need a damn coffee. I eat my shorts.
So, ich hatte nicht damit gerechnet,
I
eine
didn't expect
Jakobsmuschel
to
zu
find a
finden.
scallop.
Man kann ja nicht immer Glück haben, man
Can't
kann ja auch
always
nicht
be
immer alles kriegen.
lucky. You can't always get
Aber
everything.
dann
But
war
then
sie plötzlich
suddenly, there it was. I
Am
found a
Ende des
large
Strandes habe
one
ich eine
at the
große
end of the
und
beach
davor noch eine kleine
and
gefunden.
another small one in front of it. Thank you.
Danke.
One of the big mysteries for me is still, is it now called Fisterra or Finisterra? I don't know. Maybe it's up to you. I like to call it Finisterra. The albergue house is funny, by the way, and the whole place is well looked after. You can't really complain. Reminds me a bit of Estella. Everything ends in A somewhere. Hello pilgrims, I've sorted a few things and now I'm looking for something to eat, maybe a bottle of wine. Then I go to the lighthouse.
Zum Leuchtturm. So, ich kriege noch keinen Salat, aber jetzt, was ich gefunden habe,
I haven't got a salad yet, but look what I found. A supermarket. There must be cold drinks in Napolitano or something else. Muesli bars. I'm off to the municipal albergue now, which is now a tourist office, to pick up my certificate. And then it's onto the lighthouse. I got lost, of course. That had to happen again on the last day, but at least I fell softly into a bar with beer, delicious food and a stamp that is really worth seeing. The friendly innkeepers took a lot of time to explain to me in Spanish and in detail where I could get my certificate. However, I still don't speak any Spanish, hardly. So I blindly trusted the movement of their hands and was totally lost in directions. But I found it. One of the many running gags was that, arrogant as I am, I naturally assumed that everyone in the world knew the city where I live, Heidelberg. Do you know it or not? No, hardly anyone knew it. And at some point, my companions started to have fun. Oh, this is Sebastian here. He thinks everyone knows the city he lives in, but no one has ever heard of it. Here at the pilgrim's office, I was finally proved right. The woman who gave me the certificate was completely blown away. Oh, Heidelberg! That's beautiful. It's great. So, now you see. I just met the German again. It was also unlikely to meet him here. He was one of the hosts from the albergue in Arzua. He had just greeted me warmly and was pleased that I had arrived. He wished me all the best for the last stretch to the lighthouse. He lives here from time to time. He's a bit of a free bird. He lives here and there. He works all along the Camino. It's amazing that I'm meeting him now. Of all those people, this is really another Camino moment here. And I felt alone, and now I'm seeing lots of people again. Like these two here, for example. That was the singer from the albergue in Hospital, you remember? The French singer? Lots of people you know are here, and on we go to the lighthouse. And that's the next one. I'm about to meet the next one. And there he goes again. Unbelievable. It's also so unique in the world that you walk through a small village, then somehow up the slope, and you're constantly bumping into people you know, and everyone greets you warmly. It's totally unique. Because they are all coming from the lighthouse now, and I'm the last one again. But I also spent a lot of time toddling around today, filming, and I had a muesli bar. Not much sleep yesterday. I feel the kilometers in my bones. Yeah, you know, you don't want to overdo it. But I think I'll make it before nightfall, and that's enough for me. Hard shell, soft core. My new friend on the Camino, his name is Hans Günther. Gunther.
Hey guys, another video from me, from your German friend Sebastian. I'm on my way to the lighthouse right now. There it is, up there. And something inside of me does not want to stop the Camino, finish the Camino. I don't want to stop the Camino. So I'm taking time to get to know a new friend here. One of I'm a tough guy, a really tough guy. He's moving on all the time. So, but what I want to talk about is I was at the supermarket and see what I found. Look at this Rosado. And the price is €1.29. It smells like, not the vino, but the area here, it smells like piss. Everybody pisses here. And whatever. I take a break and I drink. Salute, I salute to you. Now I try to move on. Because I want to be a role model for healthy lifestyle in the future. So this is why I not only bought a vino, so also a banana. nowadays society is degenerating. So this is why I make a call out to everybody: eat more banana. No, moving on. Lighthouse. Das fühlt sich irgendwie gerade ganz seltsam an. Ich denke die ganze Zeit, wie ich auf den Pyrenäen rumgeeiert bin, bei dem ganzen Wind. Ich habe die ganze Zeit diese Bilder im Kopf.
It somehow feels really strange right now. I keep thinking about how I used to walk around the Pyrenees with all that wind. I have these images in my head all the time of going from rock to rock and just lying down for 30 minutes behind a rock because I couldn't take anymore. A part of me doesn't want to finish the Camino, that's obvious, which is why I'm walking more slowly. It's strange somehow. I think about the beginning all the time. I think about how I set off, how I laughed, this flash of laughing, and a bunch of images come to me in a flash. Like how I got to know individual people, for example in the albergue in Sibiri, where I got the last bed. And if I hadn't gotten that, then I wouldn't have met Mike and all the others, or maybe later. And then it's really strange that I'm seeing so many people now. Suddenly, people I've met in the last few days and weeks, I meet them here now. Yes, now it's just under 1 kilometer. And I somehow feel the need to just sit down on the beer bench and wait until the day is over. For example, I met a woman from Germany yesterday and she left on March 16th, exactly the same day that I left. And then we also said, we've never met. We've never seen each other. It's really weird. But it's also somehow a kind of temporal shift in the temporal overlapping and interweaving of different, I'd like to say, parallel universes, because people keep telling me, oh, there are a lot of Germans here. But you know, I always say, where? I don't get to know any of them. Only a very, very few. Only 356 meters to go, and my journey is over. I take the moment to take a quick seat here again. It's beautiful here and yes.
Diesen wirklich wunderschönen Ort. Ja, wie sagte ein berühmter Sternenflottenkapitän.
As a famous Starfleet captain said so beautifully in the first episode of the first season of his own rather successful series, he doesn't want the story to end. I'm not in Starfleet, but I go along with this quote anyway. I can sort of agree with that, wholeheartedly. Images of the whole way keep popping up in my mind, appearing before my inner eye. So I decided to share this moment with you again shortly before the end. It's a very special feeling that I can't describe. I often said on the Camino that we are mirrors. The others are a mirror for me and I am a mirror for the others. And we all carry luggage with us and we carry cornucopias filled with gold, or rucksacks filled with gold. But there is not only gold, there are also voids, holes, gaps, dark corners, deep abysses. And each of us has managed to fill a little bit, the spots, the shadowy places, the empty places, the gaps in the souls of the others. I have certainly been able to please some. Some people have said to me, "It's so nice to have met you. It's so incredibly beautiful that I met you. You have enriched my day, you have enriched my path. You carried me through the hours," and I just kept thinking, I haven't done anything. I mean, we mostly just talked. We didn't start a craft course or anything like that. And yet I know exactly what these people mean, because all the people I've met have enriched me, filled the empty spaces in my rucksack. And that hasn't made my rucksack any heavier. It's made it lighter. That's the paradox of the situation, you know. But now I have to get going. I have to get to the end now. Here come the last meters. I'll see you soon.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
So guys, I've walked 500 miles for you here, plus that what we walked in the cities. I have walked much more than it officially counted somewhere for you. So, thank you for your appreciation. And now, enjoy the view.
Genießt die Aussicht.
Get in here. Get in here.
I'm scared of the cliff, so. I cry every day.
Der fliehende Fahnen ist zurück. Tag 35 auf dem Camino.
The flying fern is back. Day 35 on the Camino is over. And so is the Camino for me, at least for this year. I've reached the end of the world. I have completed the last mile. I was at the 0.0 kilometer mark. Now I'm enjoying the beautiful sunset here. I'm keeping the walking stick. I'm going to take off old socks. That means I'll give you another way to the front again, and I hope there's not so much going on right now. It's filled up quite a bit recently, so I found a quieter spot here around. People just love this place. I am pretty tired of doing recap videos, to be honest. This here is one big recap and a touching of the finish line. I set off at just after 6 in the dark, and it was really beautiful. This way has something. So, for all those doing the Camino de Santiago or other Caminos, I mean every Camino is a Camino de Santiago, it might end in Fisterra. I recommend to hike to Fisterra. It's well worth it. It's definitely worth it. So, just by finishing here, you'll be rewarded many times over for the effort. And although I had to leave some friends behind in Santiago, none of them came with me. You get to know completely new people. That's why just add this route to the end. Why not? You can do it 3 days to get here. Or you take the bus. If there's no other way for you, take the bus. It's only 3 hours or so. I think it's worth it. Some people still go to Muxia. I'm not going there now. I could go there too, but I don't want to. Because I want to save it for the next time. Gives me a reason to come back. And overnight stay here in this thing there costs, I think, 150 euros a night, and I rather walk back down to the city again to get a cheaper albergue.
So, ich habe so viel auf diesem Weg auf mir zurückgelassen und deswegen habe ich ein bisschen
I've left so much behind on this journey, and that's why we have to ask what we are leaving behind now. And I just thought to myself, a pair of old socks? We spent our whole lives in our socks. Yes, and toxins are also expelled through the feet and end up in our socks. Let's leave that here.
...779 Kilometer bis Santiago. Nochmal knapp 90 Kilometer bis nach Fisterra. Dazu uns
779 kilometers to Santiago, 500 miles, and another 90 kilometers to here. Plus countless kilometers throughout the cities. That's already 1,000 kilometers. I can't go much further. I try a little longer, but at some point I have to say, it's over. Then I can't go any further.
Dann geht's nicht mehr weiter. Wanderstab und ich.
My walking stick and me. We've made it.
Es geschafft.
Wow, take a look at this. That's another
Moment hier.
Camino moment. Here on the Camino, I encountered things you didn't expect, and things enchanted your life that you didn't expect. And the Camino helped in a way that you are not helped anywhere else.
Wie dir sonst nirgendwo geholfen wird.
Thank you
Danke, dass du dabei
for
warst.
being there. For how many people have you gone? For your father, your mother, for your children, for your friends, and for those who have been gone for a long time. My grandpa. There's hardly anyone on this earth that I owe more to than him. He was not an easy person, but a gentle spirit at the end of his life. Thanks, Grandpa, for everything. See you again at the end of the world or beyond. And look what it says here. I didn't write that. And only now, when editing these videos, did I realize it. But if you still need any proof that this path is special, that this way is talking to you, here is the proof. Now let's go back, right? Let's get going. Something, someone will be waiting for us. Arrived. Boys, I made it for you. And eventually you'll come with me one day.